You have yet to rise to the levels that I am just casual at. That is the purpose of this video. It's basically explaining why some people appear to be magnitudes above you when you're giving it your all and they're not even trying. And that's pretty much it. So uh, we're really going to be talking about progressively overloading the amount of work you do. And in order to do this, you need to begin small. You just need to start off somewhere. So if you're running a business and you have a few clients, then what you need to do is start with providing only one type of service and do that very well. Just gradually get better at it and do research into it and make sure to just try and enhance your skills and your profession at it and be able to do it quickly and very well, and then you can start charging a slightly higher price for it each time. So you can just add like a percentage extra each time, and then it just compounds. And then once you're actually making a decent amount of money from this one service alone, you can add extra ones. So you can start on your second service, and then you're able to start building up that one as well. But don't forget to maintain your original service. This goes for all things in life as well. If you have achieved one goal, don't abandon that goal suddenly. Continue with it, but then focus on the other one mainly, and that's your kind of side quest. It's to keep your the original one safe while you're building up the newer one. So that's what you should start doing, and you will see people then, these massive corporations, not people who offer over 50 services, and you're going to be wondering, how am I ever going to be able to provide that many services? But the reason is because that company is it's one, 110 years old, two, about 1 million people work there, and three, it has services all over the world, and you're not going to be able to compete with that yet. And if you start trying to compete, then you're going to get absolutely whomped, and you're going to give up after a few months. That company itself most likely started in some humble abode on a street, and it was just slowly picking up traction in the year, I don't know, 1914, and it then gradually got more and more revenue in. So then it was able to add some more services, and what you see today is the culmination of that over a century. That's why progressively overloading is important, because the effect compounds. It's not just a linear addition, it's like a quadratic addition. You're adding more and more each time, and that's what you need to be focusing on. You don't need to focus on immediately being the best in your industry. Like, I see a ton of websites that are offering digital marketing services, web development services, and like consultation services. They just have so many things, but the thing is, they also have 11 people, and they're operating in Japan, they're operating in India, they're in South America, they have a few people in the Philippines. I'm one person, and I'm not going to try to compete with that yet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to build up the brand, and then I'm going to specialize in the web development services and get some clients in that. And then what we're going to do is just provide a really good service. We're going to over deliver, and then only then, after a while, and we're making a certain amount per month, can we add more stuff, and then that stuff can just increase it all together, and that'd be great. But the main point is, you start small, not too small. You start with effort, but you start with a manageable load to work with, and then you can continue increasing, and you can garner more traction. You get momentum up, and again, people working with you trust you more, because you're able to actually deliver on the one service you're offering, instead of being multifaceted and doing a jack of all trades job at each of them. So you don't want that. You just want to be really good at one thing. that's why niching down is such a good idea. And to be fair, I don't know how well I'm doing that in my particular situation, because what I'm doing is calling myself a WordPress developer, which I am. Uh, in particular, I know how to use the WordPress platform. That is kind of my niche. Also, I tend more towards smaller business owners. Again, it's a little bit vague, but the thing is, you can niche down like that, or you can niche down in an industry. So you could work for lawyers, you could work for construction firms, you could work for gyms, clinics. Um, it's kind of endless. You can just uh, you pick your niche in some way, and then you do that, and that way you're actually going to be able to um, get some momentum going in one area, so that you're not, again, as I said before, you're not trying to go in a million directions at once. And that's what I was talking about before in another video, prioritizing. And this is kind of an extension from that, but what we're doing is we're gradually doing more and more. And progressive overloading doesn't just work in business, it works in every part of life. When you're in the gym, you you gradually are able to do more and more reps and lift more and more, because you just keep pushing your arms to failure, or your legs to failure, or whatever part of you push to the point where you're not able to do anymore. You don't need to go that far in business, but the principle is very similar. You would just you just push yourself very hard in one part of it, and then you're able to do better in that part. That's why it's a good idea to just challenge yourself in those areas, and don't let yourself get complacent, or else you're not going to grow. Growth can only come from when you're able to feel your limits and feel them hard. Just thinking. So when you just focus on progressively overloading, you begin at a manageable place, and the risk you avoid is giving up after one day, or overexerting yourself to the point of serious injury. And this is more so for the gym, but again, when you over promise and under deliver on a bunch of different things, it's not going to go very well, and that's kind of causing a good deal of reputational injury to your brand, because you're trying to focus on too much. Now, to be fair, this advice might be useless, because I haven't actually seen whether business owners, are able to, or do fall into this trap of offering too many services. Maybe they don't, but another principle does apply here, is to progressively overload. So if you are at the stage of just offering one service, then what you want to do is you want to offer it better and better, and then you can offer more services and make sure to hire more people as well, because as your income increases, you're just able to, and it's just worth it then. Plus, you're kind of doing a good thing for the economy, providing employment and all that. But the main thing is, you're not spending too much of your time doing this one thing, or doing these 10 things, and you remove yourself from the equation, and your business is still making money. So that's a good reason to just employ people in general. And I think that if we progressively overload, then we're not going to have a tough time actually being able to just persevere when things get difficult, because we're not challenging ourselves too much, and just enough so that pushes us to grow.